Hi everyone, I'm David Orval. I'm so happy to be with you today. And we're going to focus today on how to differentiate yourself during the case interview. As you heard, I am the author of Craft the Case System and founder of MBA Case. And over the last 15 years, I've trained 60,000 students and people who are working professionals, undergraduates, PhDs, a wide variety of people. And all of them work hard on their cases, but not all of them differentiate themselves. And what we'd like to focus on today is how can you put your work in so that you can differentiate and stand out during the interview process. A little background on me. So I was always interested in business and went to the Wharton School as an undergraduate. I spent 2 years studying in Japan and focusing on learning Japanese and teaching English, and that's kind of where I got the teaching bug. I'd always been interested in that. But I graduated from the Wharton School and went right into Accenture, where I worked on about 19 different clients over a 5-year period. We did a lot of operations and IT work, and it was a great experience for me to work in every place from paper manufacturing to hospital administration, kidney dialysis, and a wide variety of businesses. And that led to, of course, a passion for business, but also a desire to do more strategy work. So I went back to the Wharton School and then was a summer associate at Bain & Company, and then I stayed there through manager for about 4 years in total. And that's the point when this whole business got started. I had to interview again for case interviews. It was a little bit of a shock. I started looking at some internal strategy companies or groups, and they all said, hey, when you come in, you'll have to do a case. And at that point, I realized I needed to prepare. So as I looked through the materials, I thought, you know, there are some things that are not in these materials that I've learned in my consulting career. And that's when I was challenged by my wife to write Craft the Case. I wrote the book, ended up joining 2 internal strategy groups over a 4-year period, and we started to build MBA Case. And during that time, in training at schools and working with consulting clubs and then seeing our business spread and expand, we realized that there's also challenges that people face in their behavioral interviews. And that's why we've recently launched Interview Logic. So we can help you with both case and interview preparation in a broader sense. So let's go back to cases and think about what we're trying to do. You know, one of the reasons we've expanded so much, I've gone to over 70 schools and consistently go to about 45 every year. We have another trainer that does this as well for our company. And we've grown not just because of consulting, but because of the need for these skills in all kinds of case interviews. And that's where I want to start, and that is with skills. Sometimes it's very tempting when you get involved in preparing for case interviews to think that you want it to be kind of a one and done situation. Let me just get this over with and get the job. But keep in mind that these interviews are set up to test you on the skills that you'll need day in and day out at the work. So we want to think about building skills, and the 4 areas we're going to cover are shown here. Communication surrounds everything. This is not a written test only, it's an oral test, and you've got to get very good at communicating succinctly, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, throughout every aspect of the case. You'll also have 3 big areas that you'll want to show off: structure, analysis, and integration. And we're going to lay those 4 things, specifically the last 3, right on top of what we call the MBA Case Path. This is a very easy to understand path, stepping you through what you'll need to show and what you'll be doing during a typical 30-minute case interview. So you'll structure for about 5 to 7 minutes. You'll then move into analysis for about 10 minutes, and then you'll come out of that with your final answer, where you'll integrate everything together that you've learned and tell the interviewer what the recommendation is. And usually you have to be very firm about what you say.